Mature content. The following stream contains content that may not be suitable for all audiences, including mature themes, strong language, and potentially sensitive material. Viewer discretion is advised.
Gonna skip the old intro because I want to get into this. Plus, I wasn't gonna hit the sound effects. I guess I don't need my headphones because I'm not playing audio. So, all right. So, Katie Bogenschutz, shout out, DM, texted me and was like, order. Judge Everett has disqualified Donna's attorneys. It's 47 pages. So I figured we'd go over it. I was going to ask Katie to come on. However, she is in like the middle of another freaking hurricane. So is Jared. Bob was just live. Josh has a live tonight. So I'm like, I'll just read this thing off. I'm not an attorney. I can't give you legal analysis, but I'll read the order and we'll go over it. Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. But just real quick, before I start reading this order, I got to shout out. Check out my new neon. Check out this new neon I got from the TikTok shop. This company hooked me up. I absolutely love it. And I told them I would shout them out on YouTube as well. I think it's freaking amazing. I don't know why it's going in and out, but anyway, they sent me this amazing neon on the TikTok shop. If you go to my TikTok, The Shaming of Jay, I have a link. They'll customize it for you. They'll make whatever you want. They'll make just a name like for your kid if you want. Anyway, I absolutely love it, and I had to shout them out here quickly because it's just so freaking cool. Anyhoozle. So yeah, check out my TikTok. The link of my latest video has the link if you want to get yours. So let's go over here to this order that came in. All right, so let me move the chat so we can see it. Let me move this. Shit. Of course, Botrix wakes up today. Hasn't worked for the last lives, but all right, so let's see here. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. So as you can see, this order came in October 7th today at 4:07, which is about an hour and a half ago. Hey, what's up, Amy? So here we go. This is from Judge Everett, an order disqualifying defense counsel in the state of Florida versus Donna Adelson. Should I make this bigger? That's what he said. Let me turn off the sound effects. Let me turn off Jerry here. All right. Order disqualifying defense counsel. This cause came before the court on its own motion. So I guess Judge Everett just decided to do this himself. This was not a motion from the state. The court, having considered the record developed on September 17, 2024. By the way, I'm going to be reading here, so I'm not going to be able to focus on the chat. So sorry if I miss anything, but I'm just going to read this thing off. It's my least favorite thing to do because I'm like a stuttering hump. Let's get through it. This cause came before the court on its own motion. The court, having considered the record developed on September 17, 2024, including the positions of each party, the relevant legal authority, and otherwise being fully advised, finds as follows. The withdrawal of attorney Daniel Rauschbaum became necessary when he engaged in a conflicted representation falling short of the ethical obligations for members of the Florida bar. Falling short of the ethical obligations for members of the Florida bar. Upon further consideration of the September 17, 2024 record and the in-camera proceedings with attorneys Daniel Rauschbaum and Robert A. Morris, a sufficient ethical wall was not established. Thus, the conflict of interest involving privileged information or communications has been imputed to Robert A. Morris. Additionally, this case is rife with the potential for the same conflict as to Adam Commissar. See Kolka versus State. I'm a big fan of Kolka versus State. Unimputing a conflict seems as implausible as unringing a bell, unscrabbling an omelet, or pushing toothpaste back into the tube. Yes. Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Can't unscramble the omelet. Can't unring the bell. Florida are regulating Florida bar impose on all Florida attorneys an ethical responsibility to refrain from engaging in conduct intended to disrupt the tribunal and conduct which is prejudicial to the administration of justice. While the defendant retains a presumptive right under the Sixth Amendment to her counsel of choice, the right is not absolute. See Wheat v. United States. The presumptive right under the Sixth Amendment to counsel of choice cannot interfere with the fairly and orderly administration of justice or the court's authority to monitor and control the pace of litigation. Both federal and state courts have repeatedly made clear that the right to counsel cannot be manipulated so as to obstruct the orderly procedure in the courts or to interfere with the fair administration of justice. Bowman v. United States. Florida Supreme Court holding there is no absolute right to particular counsel where there is a countervailing public interest in the fair and orderly administration of justice. The fair and orderly administration of justice cannot be maintained when conflicted counsel or counsel with the potential of conflict cannot meet the standard of serving as constitutionally effective counsel. See Colker. C. Colker, explaining trial courts have an institutional interest in protecting the truth-seeking function of the proceedings over which they presided by considering whether the defendant has effective assistance of counsel, regardless of any proffered waiver. Furthermore, the danger to conflict-free proceedings was not cured by Daniel Rauschbaum's withdrawal. Prior to the selection of the jury, Charles Adelson filed a notice indicating his non-waiver of any conflict of interest with Daniel Rauschbaum. Robert A. Morris then filed a response in which he advised that the third-party counsel had been retained to resolve any actual potential conflict of interest. In reply to this response, Charles Adelson objected to Morris or a third-party counsel cross-examining him. Charlie was not playing nice in the sandbox with his mom. The Third District Court of Appeal, when reviewing the disqualification of counsel in Colker, disagreed with the proposition that an actual or potential conflict could be avoided by having substitute counsel conduct the cross-examination of a former client. The Colker court further explained the conflict arises from the past relationship and cannot be avoided by sectioning off portions of the trial. The potential for conflict would remain, as with the appearance of impropriety. Absent judicial intervention at this point, delay of the fair and orderly administration of justice will be at risk of repeating itself. So he didn't want it to happen again. He didn't want this to go forward and have the same problem again, from what I'm reading here. Again, I'm no attorney. Without the establishment of a sufficient ethical wall and the fact that even third-party counsel cannot avoid the potential for conflict, the court cannot permit Robert A. Morris or Adam Commissar to remain as counsel of record. Nor will the court permit this untenable situation to continue. Untenable, man. Accordingly, for the above reasons, attorneys Robert A. Morris and Adam Commissar are disqualified from further representation of the defendant. The case management scheduled on October 15, 2024 is hereby canceled and reset to December 10th. At 2:30 p.m., conflict-free counsel for the defendant is to file a notice of appearance in the interim period. Any transfer of the physical case file, discovery, depositions, etc., by prior counsel is to be done without annotation or oral communications that would create another imputation of conflict. Done and ordered, October 7th, Stephen Everett. Graciela Gonzalez, a bowl for 2 months. Thank you so much. So there you have it, folks. Judge Everett on his own, if I believe that, the court on its own motion. So the state didn't make a motion. Judge Everett is like, I'm not fucking around anymore. We're not going to go further and then have this be an issue again, which really sucks because now the next date, as you can see, I mean, I'll go further in it. There's the 10/15 appearance canceled. Now the next appearance is 12/10, so she's got to get a new attorney by then. And then they're going to have to, it's going to be like another year, I feel like, or even longer. Awful that this, I mean, it was the right thing to do, I think. I mean, again, I'm not an attorney, but it just sucks. It just kicks this down the curb, man. All right, so let's see what else we got here. So Exhibit A, I believe, is the transcript from the last hearing. Yeah, the pretrial hearing on September. Yeah, it's the transcript that we of the hearing that most of us have watched, I believe. Good morning. Yep. So this is just a transcript of the of that hearing. I wonder if there's anything in here about when they went into like the. Good afternoon, everyone can be seated. I'm almost scared to speak. Yeah, Rauschbaum. All right, so pause in proceedings for in-camera hearing, which are sealed and not including in this transcript. So those are not included. Jared. Oh, Jared's here. I was gonna ask Jared too to come on, but again, I know you. I hope you're doing all right with the hurricane. Jared says, I would guess the trial would take place sometime in the fall of 2025. Man. Again, Jared is a part of at Justice for Dan M. Make sure you're following at Justice for Dan M. So let's see. This is the. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know if this has been shared before. State witnesses Charlie Adelson's noticed he is invoking his. I'm not sure if this was added to the docket before. He is invoking his Sixth Amendment right as to his former counsel Daniel Rauschbaum, and he does not waive the conflict of interest regarding his attorney-client communications with Mr. Rauschbaum. State witness Charlie Adelson files this notice and alleges Mr. Adelson was previously charged in Leon County with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and solicitation to commit murder. The case proceeded to trial, and Mr. Adelson was convicted as charged. At trial, Mr. Adelson was represented by Daniel Rauschbaum, Esquire. Mr. Adelson's judgment is not final. His case is currently pending on direct appeal. Mr. Adelson is now represented by undersigned counsel Michael Ufferman and Laurel Cornell Niles. In this instance, the state has filed an amended answer to discovery. The document listed additional witness, one of whom was Mr. Adelson, Charles Adelson. The state has issued a subpoena for trial for Mr. Adelson, and Mr. Adelson was transferred from prison to Leon County Jail on September 13th. Undersigned counsel Offerman was able to meet with Mr. Adelson on Saturday, September 14th. The trial of Ms. Adelson's case is scheduled to begin the week of September 16th. Mr. Rauschbaum is one of the defense attorney who will be representing Ms. Adelson during her upcoming trial. The Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution states that all criminal prosecutions and the accused shall enjoy the right to have an assistance of counsel for his defense. Anonymous just tipped $5. Thank you, Anonymous, whoever that was. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I mean, this is just basically Charlie saying he's not waiving his right to have Rauschbaum as his attorney, and he doesn't want her. Thus, because Mr. Rauschbaum previously represented Mr. Adelson, Mr. Rauschbaum currently represents Mrs. Adelson. The state has subpoenaed Mr. Adelson as a witness for Ms. Adelson's trial, signaling its intent to call Mr. Adelson as a witness during the trial. And if Mr. Adelson is called as a witness by the state during Mrs. Adelson's trial, Mr. Adelson will be subject to cross-examination by Mr. Rauschbaum, his former attorney. Mr. Adelson files his pleading formally invoking his Sixth Amendment rights as to Mr. Rauschbaum, and Mr. Adelson specifically asserts that he does not waive the conflict of interest regarding his attorney-client communications with Mr. Rauschbaum. Man, how do you guys think Donna's taking this right now? How do you think Donna is taking this? She's got to get a new attorney. She's got to get a new person to tell all her shit to. She can't talk to Charlie. She can't talk to Wendy. And she's got to get a whole new attorney. She got to start from the beginning. How do you think she is taking this right now? She must be losing her shit right now in jail. Yeah, I tend to agree. Whoops, cancel. I think Morris did not see. He was like, he seemed nervous as hell in that hearing, man. Oh, Graciela, that was you. Thank you so much. I see that. I got the email. Thank you so much for that PayPal, Graciela. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that's, what's this? This is the same thing. This is the amended. This is where I guess they found out that he was going to be a witness. This is from September 16th. Lakeside Lawyer with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Lakeside Lawyer. All right, this is the response to Charlie Adelson's motion seeking to preclude former counsel from cross-examination. Comes now the defendant, Donna Adelson, by and through the underside counsel, files this response to Charlie Adelson's motion seeking to preclude former counsel from cross-examination and would state as follows. The trial is scheduled to commence tomorrow. Charlie Adelson, through counsel, has filed a motion seeking to preclude former counsel Dan Rauschbaum from cross-examining him. As the court is aware, the undersigned was brought into the instant case in January 2024. While defense counsel believes that an ethical wall was created where Morris was not tainted or contaminated by information from Rauschbaum, third-party counsel has been secured specifically for the purpose of examining Mr. Adelson should the need arise. So this is when they tried to say, we'll just get another counsel. Well, Everett was having none of that. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much it right here. It just sucks, man. 2025, we're going to be talking about a trial because they fucked this up so bad, man. And it seems like this is on everyone. I mean, it's mostly on Rauschbaum, obviously. But man, couldn't they have avoided this? Couldn't the prosecution been like, I need to see that waiver right now. We're not going any further. Or couldn't a Judge Everett earlier had been like, I need to see that shit right now. I need to see it now. We're not going to wait. Andrew says, yes, it's on everybody. Oh, man. So, yeah, folks. Jared says 80% Rauschbaum, 10% state, 10% judge in his opinion. And I trust Jared's opinion, so there you go. So, yeah, again, the next appearance now is December 10th. December 10th at 2:30. And I guess Donna is on Yelp right now looking for a new attorney. How do you think she's going to, how is she going to pick her new attorney? How is she going to, is she in the jail on the computer just Googling this shit? Is she talking to Harvey? Are we going to get new calls that come out? Can you imagine? She must be losing her freaking mind right now. I mean, she was crying in the hearing when she found out that Rauschbaum couldn't, her new surrogate son that she just bitched to all the time, that he was no longer on the case. She's going to Sarah Boone it. She's going to make a want ad. Yeah, good question, KCL. I assume they have the internet and she's Googling it. I assume they have, I don't know. Yeah, Taryn makes a good point. Even if Charlie signed the waiver, he could have changed his mind at any time. So I guess, yeah. What a just nightmare. What a nightmare. Hey, Jared, thanks for being here. Stay safe. Hopefully everything goes okay. Hopefully you and your fam are okay with the hurricane, and everyone who's in here, who's in that path. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you guys stay safe. I know it's rough out there. And thank you, Jared, for being here. Again, Justice for Dan M, guys. Make sure you all are following on all social media. Tara Kwas. Well, I thought she's representing. Well, she can handle Donna and obviously she can't. What's her name? Who's Courtney Clenny? So yeah, guys, I don't know. That's the whole thing. Thanks for being here, by the way. I wish I was an attorney and could give you, legal advice or legal analysis of this. Obviously, I can't. Like I said, Bob was just live. Jared and Katie, they're in the hurricane. Katie's husband's handling stuff with the hurricane. I was gonna ask Josh. Josh is going live tonight. I didn't want to bother everyone, but I figured folks would want to go over this. Hey, Angela. Thanks for being here, everyone. I don't know if is there anything else I should go over in this that I missed. Anything else you want me to go over? I mean, I think this is just the hearing that we watched. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Emily. Thanks for being here. Hey, Susan. Let me make sure I didn't get any. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Marta, do I believe this will delay her arrest? Yeah. I mean, my thought was they were going to try to get Donna, and if they got Donna, they're going to go for Wendy. Unless they have a grand jury before Donna's case is over and they try to get her that way, but in my opinion, it's going to delay it. Yeah, Taryn, me too. I would feel better too. KCL says maybe it'll be more likely that Donna will give up Wendy. I just think about Donna and Charlie just stewing in jail, stewing in prison. That they had it, that they're taking that they are going down for this, and she hasn't. I mean, what was that one call from Donna where she was like to Charlie or whatever it was, where she was like she doesn't realize how lucky she had. What was it? What did she say? I bet you have a lot of things to think about. You were safe. I don't know the exact wording. Was what broadcast today? Was what broadcast today? Thanks, Pokemon. Hey, Debbie. Yeah, something like that. So this is just the whole hearing. Yeah, it wasn't a hearing. This hearing is from this transcript. This is a so what this is Judge Everett by himself on his own motion, as you can see here, said we're not playing any more games. Peace out, Donna's attorneys. You need a whole. We're starting from scratch. So as you can see here, October 7th today at 4:07 p.m. So this wasn't a hearing. The hearing transcript is from the hearing from September 17th, where we found out that Charlie didn't waive his right. Thank you, Graciela. Lynn says so. Charlie can be called by the state. Also, he can be cross-examined by his new by her new attorneys. Yeah, and yeah, he's going to be called. It's very clear they're going to call him, but his own attorney or firm can't cross him. He can't do it. It's a problem. So her new attorneys will be able to cross him, I guess. Yes, the judge booted Donna's previous attorneys. She previously had Rauschbaum, um, Morris, and this other dude, Commissar, and they're gone. I didn't read this footnote. On September 17, 2024, this court pronounced that the defendant could work with Robert A. Morris in choosing to hire an additional counsel or resetting the trial date, as her motion for clarification identifies. However, as this court explains, a review of the written transcript of the proceedings and the relevant case law has convinced the court that the disqualification of Robert A. Morris and Adam Comas are required. So, like, he initially thought he was going to allow it. He went over the case law and was like, nope, we're not doing this anymore. Peace out, Donna. Find some new attorneys. It just sucks at this now. So again, there's no appearance October 15th. The next date is December 10th. December 10th. Thanks for being here, Purple Smurf. I'll probably do another rewatch this week. If you guys missed it, I was thinking about doing a Sarah Boone recap, but Sarah Boone's case, jury selection, has been kicked to next week. So they're not picking her jury. So I'll probably do another rewatch at some point this week. I think that's it. So I just wanted to go over this real quick. Hi, Trial Time Tammy. Thanks for being here. Thanks everyone for being here. Louis says, instead of only new attorneys, why not find some new co-defendants? I agree. They got 2 of them. 2 fresh ones they should add. Wendy and Harvey. Get their asses in here. Hey, Irene. No one's late. Guys, I just went live real quick. Katie Bogenschutz, again, shout out to Katie who made me aware of this order from Judge Everett kicking Donna's attorneys out. They're gone. They can't keep repping her. They probably have a sigh of relief. She's got to get a new attorneys. You got it, Omar. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it very much. KDB is awesome. Always I would have asked her again, but I'm not gonna. She's in the eye that she's on the hurricane in her way. On her way. So yes, I'll try to get. I'll see if she's available this week, and I'll get her on and we can discuss this. She's awesome. She always texts me and updates me on this stuff. So Andrea says jailhouse referrals are so real. She's going to have names to consider. LOL. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here for this impromptu live on this order disqualifying counsel. If there's any news, I'll go live again. Yes, please follow Katie on Twitter. Katie Esquire. She's awesome, and I appreciate it. Everyone in the path of the hurricane, please stay safe. I hope you guys are doing all right. Thank you all for being here. And I'll catch you on the next one. Steve might be going live tonight. I don't know with Bob, but he doesn't have internet. Also, Josh is live, I believe. So, thank you all. Have a good night. Take care. Brush your hair.